My friends don't really know where they're going. Warren Clayton is going to be very excited that I have designated him the driver for the trip.
I have severe driving anxiety.
I told everybody that I've been in multiple car crashes. I was the one in the accident, but I got hit.
Her knee practically dislocated, and she's, as we put it in horse terms, one-legged lame. Well, this whole trip has ended up being kind of book themed, but I suspect when it comes to buying books, it's gonna be hard to beat Randy. I made it in and out, and I don't think Randy noticed what I bought. Katie is super particular about photos taken. She wants them to be social media ready.
I've got to use my argument cards wisely. Using one of them on Taylor Swift is probably a wise decision. I'm gonna think on it and see how I feel in about 20 minutes.
I want to experience the fondue.
She wants to experience the fondue.
We're too Italian. We're too far north.
Of course, I love bread, so, and cheese. And bread and cheese together is just A+. Last summer, all the group had was a kind of a teaser video on what we were going to be doing. Katie had a friend at work who had a friend who lives in Germany that was visiting. She'd seen the clip and was asking Katie questions about the trip, but of course Katie doesn't know anything. I know everything. So she put me in contact with her, and I kind of had been doing some back and forth, tweaked our itinerary just a little bit based off her recommendations, so she was kind of a godsend, a really lovely contact to make. But I am surprising Katie and the rest of the group with a homestay tonight, so she offered to let us all stay at her house for the night on our trip, so I'm really excited about that. That's gonna give her a really homey atmosphere, kind of a really nice personal connection, and I think Katie's gonna be pretty excited to see her again, so fingers crossed. I think it's gonna be good. I gave the group a choice today. So this morning they chose an option where we head out, we're gonna go have breakfast in Liechtenstein and get our passports stamped there so we can add another country to our checklist, and then we're gonna drop down south into Switzerland and go to Lucerne and do some exploring there. We're gonna be basically up to 5 countries on this trip if you don't count airports, which is pretty good if I do say so myself for 12 days.
As we set out this morning, it was snowing. The temperature dropped quite a bit and it was very, very noticeable. Let me just say I am incredibly grateful that Warren Clayton came on this trip so I could make him drive. He is much more used to driving in snow than I am. Our morning route took us south and back into the country of Austria, so we got to see some of the westernmost Austrian landscape with a dusting of snow. Quite lovely. And then we crossed into Switzerland briefly before we arrived at our final destination of the morning, Liechtenstein, where we plan to hunt down some breakfast and get our passports stamped. To Liechtenstein.
My favorite, actually the only story I know that had anything to do with Liechtenstein is that I can't remember which war it was, but they sent their army off and it was like 40, what was it? Was it 40 even more put in? They sent their army off with 40 men.
At the roundabout, take the second exit onto Rheinstrasse.
Because they made friends. 41 men because they made a friend.
Founded in 1719, the Principality of Liechtenstein was part of the Holy Roman Empire. It became an independent country in 1866.
Can you get a Swiss Army knife while we're in Switzerland?
Oh, dang. We're not in Switzerland. We're right here in the moment.
We're in Liechtenstein. Thank you so much. Our passport stamp. Saved us a trip.
Yes.
See you guys, asking for help is the right move.
Marsha's a champ, real MVP. Found the visitor center.
I just felt like the store was calling me and I was like, hey, where can we go get a passport stamp? She's like, you can do it right here. I'm like, all right.
The fourth smallest state in Europe, Liechtenstein is the sixth smallest country in the world. Sandwiched between Austria and Switzerland, this country is known for its financial expertise. The name of the country hails from the princes of Liechtenstein who purchased the county of Vaduz in 1712 and the lands of Schellenberg in 1699, united them, and formed the Principality of Liechtenstein in 1719.
What do we think of Liechtenstein?
I like their bookstore.
What do they have against breakfast?
I don't know.
Apparently, just coffee. You can
I
get your
finally bought a
passport
book.
stamp at the gift shop, where you can also get that.
I just lost
And also, you got to
Marsha wins the tour guide.
Absolutely. Yeah, Marsha in the back. Hi.
Hi, in the cave.
Switzerland's modest population belies its international significance. It's a perfect blend of old and new and is renowned for its natural beauty as well as its way of life. This landlocked country boasts towering mountains, deep alpine lakes, and grassy valleys. Due to the country's long-held stability and pattern of neutrality, Switzerland serves as the headquarters for a variety of governmental and non-governmental organizations.
Ooh! Green shrubs. Can I get an aw?
Beth had requested some Taylor Swift music on our way to Liechtenstein Castle. She decided that a few songs on our drive there was not going to be enough. She had found the very first I Spy card and she chose, I was like, she woke up and chose violence. No, she chose to go ahead and play her I Spy card for 24 hours of Taylor Swift only music, whether you're in the car, the Airbnb, anywhere. Only Taylor Swift for 24 hours. It's gonna be interesting. I think Warren Clayton already hates it, and probably Randy too. In fact, I think by the end of the 24 hours, even Beth is counting down the minutes until that Taylor Swift only ban kicks off.
We arrived in the picturesque town of Lucerne about midday, and we set out to see the Lohendenkmal, or the Lion Monument as it's called. This is often recognized as one of the saddest monuments in the world. It's a memorial for the Swiss guards who died protecting King Louis XVI of France from revolutionaries in 1792. Afterwards, we headed down to Lake Lucerne, get some photos, and just stroll along the river.
Oh, pelican.
It was, in fact, a swan.
It's actually coming up. It's coming up now.
We're all imagining that.
I don't have anything for you. Probably equal eye.
Probably equal eye.
Go out there so I can get your picture now.
No. Look at him. He's like, no.
Let me do this. I just want to take a picture. What's that Dahmer quote? Just want to take a picture.
So, I just want to take a couple pictures of you.
No, we can't.
Oh yeah, show me that booty.
Oh goodness.
I'll speak Swan for you. It's come. Oh, there it is.
The city of Lucerne also resides as the capital of Lucerne Canton in central Switzerland. Southwest of Zurich, it sits along the Reuss River, the northwestern branch flowing out of Lake Lucerne. The name of the city originated from the Benedictine monastery of St. Leodegar, which was founded in the 8th century.
So, fox hunting?
That's kind of where our
Outdoors?
money is. I asked about jousting. She said no.
That's a no.
I asked about fox hunting. She didn't answer. I asked if
Trail
we were
riding.
driving. She said no.
She just said no though when I said fox hunting.
I said wine tasting earlier. She didn't answer that one either. So a drag hunt
I
with
remember
a wine.
hearing the word tour.
Yeah, so wine could happen on that.
Oh. Red
So
bikes, tour
it's outdoors.
Got it.
Agricultural tour? Oh.
Cheese. Cheese?
Yeah.
Fromage.
There might be cheese.
There might be cheese. I think it's wine tasting.
I believe they serve us food.
With chocolate?
Ooh.
I don't know what they're serving us, so it could have chocolate.
Fondue.
Croissant.
They're
Well,
trying to
I'm
guess
excited.
what we're doing for the
so
horseback
And
ride
we get
activity.
to jump too. There's an opportunity
Maybe.
to jump.
She didn't say that.
Maybe.
Well, I'm jumping. It's gonna happen.
Marcia's jumping whether they like it or not.
Marcia's been very excited every time we've seen an Aldi's. Oh, we're pulling into one right now. She's asleep, so just it's gonna be a surprise. Hey, Marcia. We're at Aldi's. Alright, let's go.
Marcia in her element. Are you in Switzerland still?
Yes.
In Switzerland.
All these Swiss.
So we had no sooner arrived at Shay's house than the group instantly started kind of trying to tease some spoilers out of her for what we're going to be doing on our trip, particularly the horse riding section. They weren't going to have any luck with that though, because she didn't really know what we were doing. She just knew we were riding horses. She was kind of just politely agreeing with them and you're like, oh yeah. As she followed on the conversation, she's like, oh, we're doing that? She goes, wait, I don't know. I actually have no idea. But it was pretty funny to just have them instantly be like, oh, a new person who might know the itinerary. Let's see what information we can get from her.
We heard birds may be involved. They may also not be involved.
So we're doing falconry?
We may jump something. So
Yeah.
maybe a fox hunt could happen.
I was told that I was allowed to jump over something with a horse, so. Yeah, oh, she did say that.
I'm just different interpretation.
So wait, I can jump over something.
I think the statement was no, and then you said I'll jump anyway.
Yeah.
I think it's all
I'll do it
That
anyway.
specific,
Oh, come on.
nah.
On arrival, she also gave us a couple options for things we could do as we stayed with her, and we ended up going down to, I don't know what it's called, but basically it's like this monument. Basically, we wanted to be in 3 places at once. So there's this monument that kind of marks where Switzerland, Germany, and France comes together, and the group decided that they wanted to go run around that. Even Beth also voted for that. Don't judge me for bringing the cripple. She's not actually a cripple, but she's still limping pretty good, to limp around as we run around this monument. So that's what we ended up deciding. Of course, later, Shay did confess that the actual point where they come together is in the middle of the water, but I didn't need to know that. For now, I'm going to say I've been in 3 places at once. Yes.
Ah! Let's run.
How was that?
It was very circular.
That was awesome.
One more lap. One more lap.
Run laps.
Hey, actually the video looks so good though.
I'm excited about this.
Oh wait, is it just now recording? Yeah, do it again.
Influencers in the wild.
Influencers in the wild. We're trying to be in like 3 different countries at once.
Oh yeah.
Katie forgot to hit the record button.
So I had
So
to
she's
watch
coming
3
back.
laps, but I made it.
You made it. She's back. I cannot push there.
But there, here's a chair, just for you.
Okay, thank you.
I might have to use the chair too.
Do you want our last names?
I'm gonna put my last name. What? I'm gonna put my last name. Okay. Wait, Katie boy. Wait, Katie boy. This is Marsha on the chair.
There we go. Look how big Nicole's is.
What?
You can't leave that.
Oh wait, we're doing last names too?
Oh, you can, but you don't have to.
Well, gonna put my German last name then.
It's like there's a few extra letters in there.
We also found out that the washer dryer situation is not just us. Apparently they're just not as strong as American washer dryers. Beth's clothes were still damp from our dryer in Fűssen, and so Shay taught us all how to properly do laundry the German way, which was very helpful.
Beth, look at you, living your best life. Yeah.
Oh, there you are.
This is what's known as Bauernbrot, so farmer's bread. It's a thing around here is good Bauernbrot. And this is Bauernbrot from the bakery that is actually baked. Everything else is like pre-baked.
Make sure that you put it through, but not all the way through. You'll whip it around in the cheese, turn, and you're allowed to eat off of it. We don't have the rule of double dipping. Don't do that. We had some Americans at the international school that were like, eee. So you have to take it off and then eat it with your fork. If you would like to do that, you're more than welcome to do that. I will bring you a fork. You can also put a pickle in the cheese if you would like.
Ooh,
or an
kinda
olive
good.
in the cheese.
Okay.
Something different.
I'm gonna try that.
I'm gonna try that too.
You're welcome to experiment and try. I don't think I would put Stollen in the cheese. I don't think that's enough. I'll take that off the table. So we'll put half of that there. We'll put half of that there.
I like this.
Spirit moves in mysterious ways. Lift up my days, light up my nights.
I'm gonna be the only one that wanted mine.
I would like water, please.
You can have water and wine.
I've still got some wine. I'm very slow.
Fondue is a Swiss dish of melted cheese and wine served in a communal pot over a portable stove and eaten by dipping bread and sometimes vegetables or other foods into the cheese using long-stemmed forks. It was promoted as a Swiss national dish by the Swiss Cheese Union in the 1930s and was popularized in North America in the 1960s.
Out of like Hudson, Wisconsin, which is just right on the border of
Hopefully.
Minneapolis. They'd send him down there and he'd do undercover work and basically